stars. According to Bristol Live, Kate Middleton's family came from real poverty before Duchess became a royal. It's obviously very, very different to her life now. Kate Middleton's family came from real poverty before the Duchess of Cambridge became a royal, an expert has claimed. Last week, the Duchess met the academics behind the Children of the 2020s project, which will track the development of children from the age of 9 months to 5 years as she continues her work in child development. What an innovative project. No one has studied child development ever before, and certainly not this way. I can't wait to see what results they come up with. As part of the project, the Duchess has been looking into her own family tree, which suggests she has a working class lineage, according to a royal expert. Wow, what groundbreaking news stories they're coming up with. You know, this article was printed in 2021 and they just figured it out. Wow, what a puzzle. What a mystery. And now they've gotten to the bottom of it and we're able to gain so much insight from this article. Ooh, the insights make me shiver. On their podcast, Pod Save the Queen, Daily Mirror royal editor Russell Myers and features editor Zoe Borsey discussed Kate's ancestry, with Mr. Myers saying Kate's parents came from real poverty. This is the first in a series of engagements that she's going to do with a specific project at University College London. They are going to follow a select band of kids from now up until they're 5 years old and work out how their different circumstances, home life, school life, socioeconomic background, influence their future years. Wow, what could the result be? He continued, as part of this project, she's actually looking into her own family tree. She has come from a very working class background generations before, and her mother's family, the Goldsmiths, came from real poverty. On that lineage, they have coal miners, carpenters, laborers, and shop workers among her ancestors. It's obviously very, very different to her life now. Kate's dad, meanwhile, had a far more comfortable upbringing. He's from quite a wealthy family of wool merchants. Mr. Myers added, I think there was solicitors and pilots within his lineage. Mr. Forsey added, it's a very Kate thing to do. She's really using her own story and her own family background and making it relevant to her. It comes after Prince Charles dropped his plans for Prince William and Kate's Herefordshire mansion. I hope I don't get beat up over that pronunciation. Herefordshire mansion. Nearly 2 decades after the future king started drawing up plans for a new high grove on a country estate in Herefordshire, his people have confirmed that he has dropped his ambitious vision of a mansion house for William, Kate, and their children. I wonder why. I mean, are the other mansions not adequate? Is that a better location, a different location? UK friends, please weigh in on what that decision could have been, because I thought I understood that Queen Elizabeth had bought Anmer Hall at William's request down in Norfolk, and that's where, you know, the sort of home and the school for the children is. Or is it in Windsor? Or is Kensington Palace in London? As Americans, we really have no idea. We're really struggling over here to understand why people need so many different places to live and who's paying for the renovations. And a good proportion of the trolls online denied that the royal family takes any public money, whereas there are definitely articles that outline what the royal grant is year after year. Now, does this expenditure for an already wealthy family make sense, or is something else going on here? Something on the order of, I don't know, the Vatican and its finances? Is that what all this is about ultimately? That there's the public face of the monarchy and the crown, and then there's a sort of set of private transactions, let's call it. Am I making sense here? But let me know your thoughts. Poverty, huh? And then we only have 2 comments on this article. King of Spain says, the only reason the Windsors don't live in poverty is because they get their wealth from the tax that we pay. Time we became a republic. King of Spain adds, so what they are saying that working people live in poverty, and that must be 90% of the English population. Her mother and father were flight attendants or waitress/waiter on a plane. Oh, well, I didn't know both the mom and the dad were sky servers. Is that right? For some reason I thought, and I know this is very gendered, like the father, I had read that he worked at the airline, but no one ever called him a steward. No one ever said he was a flight attendant until now. Is that the case? Were they both, serving peanuts or those little carb snacks that come in the tiny envelope and drinks? Was that their job when they met and decided to start their family? And, I think that Uncle Gary Goldsmith has talked about their family coming from humble beginnings, right, on the Goldsmith side. Why hasn't Uncle Gary stepped up to bail the Middleton family out of all of this crushing debt, this crushing, embarrassing debt? If he has so much money from renting out his mansion in Ibiza, what's up? Is he a cheapskate too? Let me know what you know about the situation.